Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So I don't know how many of you have been following the story of Suleman. This thing there's so many, how do I say, it's a lot, to be honest with you. Some of the videos are actually quite long. I think I talked about it before, about one of our sisters here on YouTube. She has videos about some of the people that lived in Suleman's house, that they have all these stories to share, and a lot of these videos are long, but I'm taking my time to actually digest them. There are some I've watched in parts, some I've watched in full, and all of that. But in this video, I want to address the young girl who they said lived in his house. I think her name is Faith. Is she Faith? Yeah, Faith. I think that's her name. She's a secondary school girl who they said lived in Suleman's house. As when I say lived in his house, like a worker, like a house girl in his house. So and I followed that girl's story because I was a bit more concerned about the girl being a secondary school girl. And, because I always say it, yes, if a pastor, had an affair with grown women, whatever, you're going to be like, a pastor did this, did that, But I said there is a crime and there is a sin. Something can be a sin, but not a crime. Something can be a crime and a sin. Combination of both. When it comes to a secondary school girl, I felt a bit, uncomfortable, very, very uncomfortable. I've shared about it. I'll put a link. You can check out the video that where I discussed it. And you can always check out Maureen Badijo's YouTube channel to just get all these stories. But I want to say something because I revisited the Faith story. The Faith is the girl that lived, the young secondary school girl. And I'm just going to be honest how I felt. One, I was worried about her age and stuff like that. But, there was a place where Amos is the houseboy that used to live in Suleman's house. This is how the whole story is. He rang Faith and he was discussing with Faith about, Suleman. And Faith confided in this audio call that this is what the audio is. This is what the story is. This is what the audio is. And she confided in this guy saying that Suleman is asking for her plantain, if you know what I mean. Right? So how I feel when I revisit the story and I looked at it, something is telling me, I feel like that Suleman got her plantain. I feel like it. I'll tell you guys why. Now, when Amos was speaking with the girl, and the girl said, oh, he's calling me or something like that. He said, or he texted me or something. He said he wants me now. And she said, that is Suleman. That's what the girl said. Suleman wanted the girl to come to his room because he wanted her plantain, right? Okay. So, but the girl said, she went and she came back and she said she didn't do it. One, I was saying to myself, he said he didn't do it. She didn't do it. Yet Suleman gave her Suleman gave her 100,000 or something like that. Some big amount of money, right? I'm thinking to myself, why did he give her that amount of money if she didn't give him the plantain? Right? That is one. This is how I'm processing this whole story. And another thing you have to realize, the girl, for what she's saying to the Amos, she doesn't want to do it and all of that. But let me tell you, there is one thing about not wanting to do something. But when such a person, this is how I feel about this whole video. I'm not saying that I have the answers, but I'm just speaking after watching this video how I feel. I feel like, let me tell you, a lot of time when such a thing eventually happens, not every girl is comfortable enough to come out and say, yes, I did it. She may be very reluctant to confess that she actually did it because Amos was already warning her not to do it. And she's been proving or trying to tell him that, oh, I'm not going to do it. She may want to hold on to the fact that I've told him I'm not going to do it. How am I going to now come out and let him know that I failed? She may be too embarrassed to confess that she gave out her plantain. That aside, another thing that came to my mind is this. If you watch, I think in another video, there was a place where the same Amos was on the phone with the same Faith. And then they were having a conversation, and this girl, if you watch the first video and you listen to the first audio, the girl there was so much innocence in her voice. There was just the way she spoke and everything. But the next audio, the girl confidence was different. her, is it rapport? The way she spoke was different. And in the first audio, she sounded like this innocent little girl, and she was like, "Daddy is this," and I'm talking about the audio that I listened to, right? She was like, "Daddy," and Daddy said, "Daddy said," Daddy said. But by the second audio that I heard, this girl was calling him Sule. That innocence, I'm just saying how I feel. I felt like the innocence was gone. The way she spoke in the first audio is not the same with this. I will put a link. You guys go and listen to these audios for yourselves. The way she spoke in the first audio and the second audio that I heard, I don't know how to explain it. I in her voice and in the way she spoke, I felt like her innocence was gone. She spoke so differently. And then the way a girl that said daddy, daddy, when she was talking about him, and I said, this Sule self. There was a way she said it. And I just said, I'm just speaking how I felt. I just felt like this girl has eaten I'm being honest. When I was listening to it, I said to myself, oh my God, this girl has eaten the forbidden fruit. I'm gonna start laughing. I may be wrong, but let me tell you, if we all listen to something, we're all going to walk away with whatever, according to how our brain work, or how we reason, or how we calculate things, or how we analyze things in our heads. I'm being honest. She called him Sule. And then there was another thing she said, and I asked him, why, like, I can't remember how she phrased it, but something like, why was he asking for her plantain? What about his wife? And she said that Sule, that's what the audio said, that she said that Suleman said that his wife, that one is old. Listening to that, I'm analyzing these audios. That's all I'm saying. These audios. So if you listen to that, if this girl did not give her plantain to Suleman, what brings her to the level where she's asking Suleman, what about your wife? One, what gives her the liver to ask a question like that? Two, why asking what about your wife? You know, that sounded so much like she has gone from daddy, 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 this innocent daddy, daddy, from the first audio where you could tell that she had this high regard for him and everything, to where she even has the authority to ask him, what about your wife? Right? And the tone of her voice, I think that's what I was looking for. The tone changed a lot. I felt like her level had gone from daddy-daughter relationship to the same level relationship where she can even ask him. He's like, why are you always disturbing me? What about your wife? You know what I mean? Many, many years ago, somebody said to me, he said that he has learned to be careful where, he said he has learned to be careful who the ladies he sleeps with. He said because no matter who a lady is, the moment you bring yourself to sleep with a lady, all of a sudden you become age mates. He said, this is a single guy. He said, look at this, my house girl that is asking me, yes, sir, yes, sir. He said, the day that I lay with her is the day I will come back. She will ask me, where did you go since morning? I laughed too much. He said, all of a sudden, the moment you decide that you lay with her, then all of a sudden she has authority to question you and say, how come you're coming home so late? You understand? All of a sudden you become age mates. I from these audios, I'm analyzing these audios. I felt like from the audios that girl, the faith has gone from the mere house girl that was a daddy daughter kind of talk to the point where she felt like her level had gone so much higher from that she could call him Sule like that. And she could say, and I was asking him, what about you? Like, all of a sudden, like the respect was gone. They became like age mates, where she can ask him these questions. Right? And another thing that came to my mind is this. If you listen, there was the place they said, the audio where Suleman himself spoke. Guys, you have not seen these videos, go and check them out. Go and check them out. The audio where Suleman himself spoke, and he was speaking to Amos. You see, Amos or his brother, I can't remember if it was Amos who was speaking to, or his brother, but one of them, where he was basically threatening. Was it? I can't remember. But anyways, if you watch it, you can get to know which of them. And he was like, You know, he now said there's one girl, I think another called Maureen, and Faith, and said they, both of them, they have already confessed to the police. They've already confessed to the police that it is Amos that told them to say it. That it was Amos that, and I'm thinking to myself, if nothing happened, the other girl, the Maureen, said that she had, that is what the audio that was played. A lot of audios, guys, a lot of audios. The audio that was played, the Maureen said that she said she had a relationship with Suleman, and she said she was pregnant for Suleman. And she, apparently, the audio that came out from Mike Davis, where Mike Davis, that came around that time, that the Suleman was telling somebody that I will make you disappear, I'm a dangerous person, and all of those things. Apparently, this is the girl Suleman was speaking to then. So this girl said she was pregnant for Suleman, and Suleman turned his back against her after, you know, she told him she was pregnant, and all of those things. But now, so that girl at least said it, that she slept with Suleman. But Faith said she didn't sleep with Suleman. Okay? So when Suleman was saying in that audio that Faith and whoever have confessed that you are the one that blah, 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 why was he mentioning Faith if nothing happened between him and Faith? If he never slept with Faith, why will he even say that Faith and so told the police that he's the one that told them to say what he said? I personally feel that when it eventually happened between Faith and Suleman, Faith didn't want to tell Amos that it happened. Faith changed. She changed from the first audio. The subsequent audios, Faith has changed. And when I say changed, I sense her innocence was gone. That is what I sensed. And I feel like it happened, but Faith was not comfortable enough to say that, you know, she failed. Because from the beginning, she was really speaking to show that she was not going to let him. She was not going to let him. But later on, her voice changed. It changed because, you know, I felt like she was not comfortable to now make it known that she did not stand her ground, that she did not fall, she wanted to maintain the stand that, I didn't let it happen. Maybe she was ashamed to say it out. I really want you guys to go check out these audios because it's going to show you a lot. Let me tell you guys, right? There are a lot of Nigerian pastors that if they lived in Western society, they will be in jail at this point. Let's be honest. They'll be in jail at this point. Another thing I want to say, because some people will say, because we're going to say if it's true. I know they there, you know they there. But go listen to the audios and make up your own mind, right? I'm only analyzing the audios that I listen to. And I heard Suleman's voice in one of the audios, as well. But, when people say, well, he's a human being now, he's a da-da-da-da. It's true, we're all humans. We all make mistakes and all of that. But is it still a mistake if it's an ongoing thing? Is it still a mistake if it's an ongoing thing? This girl today, another girl tomorrow, and all of those things going on. Someone who claims to be a pastor. If somebody have a problem and you need a counseling, go get it, right? So what is repentance? What is repentance? You move away from that life that you used to have and you turn to a new life. That is repentance. Something you continuously do is not a mistake. No, it's not. It is not a mistake. It is a lifestyle. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.